Have you ever looked at something and questioned your own senses? Perhaps a shadow that seemed to move, or a pattern that appeared to shift before your eyes. We rely on our vision to understand the world around us, to navigate through our daily lives, and to appreciate the beauty that surrounds us. Yet sometimes our eyes play tricks on us, making us see things that aren't really there or misinterpreting what we do see. This is the fascinating world of optical illusions, where what we see is not always what we get. These illusions can be both intriguing and baffling. Optical illusions are like puzzles for the brain, challenging us to think differently and question our perceptions. They challenge our perception of reality and reveal the intricate workings of our visual system, showing us just how complex and amazing our brains truly are. These illusions are not merely tricks of the light or clever drawings. They are carefully crafted to exploit the way our brains process visual information. They are windows into the complex processes that unfold in our minds as we try to make sense of the visual world, offering us a glimpse into the mysteries of human perception. What exactly are optical illusions? They are visual experiences that differ from objective reality. In simpler terms, they make us see things that are not really there or in the way they appear to be. Illusions occur because our brains try to interpret visual information quickly and efficiently. Sometimes, this leads to misinterpretations and perceptual errors, causing us to see things that aren't actually present. One of the most famous examples is the Rubens vase illusion. Do you see a vase or two faces? This classic illusion plays with our perception. This image demonstrates how our brains can switch between different interpretations of the same visual input, creating a fascinating visual experience. This type of illusion, known as an ambiguous illusion, highlights the brain's remarkable ability to perceive multiple realities within a single image, showcasing the complexity and wonder of human perception. Ambiguous illusions are like visual riddles. They present us with images that can be interpreted in more than one way. Our brains try to make sense of these ambiguous cues, flipping back and forth between the different interpretations. Another classic example is the "my wife and my mother-in-law" illusion. Can you see both the young woman and the old woman in the same picture? These illusions demonstrate that our perception is not simply a passive process of recording information, but an active process of interpretation. To understand how optical illusions work, we need to delve into the science of vision. Seeing is not as simple as it seems. It involves a complex interplay between our eyes and our brains. Light enters our eyes and falls on the retina, a layer of light-sensitive cells at the back of the eye. These cells convert light into electrical signals, which are then transmitted to the brain via the optic nerve. The brain processes these signals, extracting information about color, shape, motion, and depth to create a coherent visual experience. Section 5. Motion illusions. When stillness springs to life. Motion illusions are particularly captivating. They trick our brains into perceiving movement where there is none. These illusions exploit the way our visual system processes changes in light and patterns over time. One striking example is the rotating snakes illusion. The circles in this image appear to be moving, even though they are perfectly still. This illusion is thought to arise from the way our brains process the contrasting edges and patterns within the image, leading to a false perception of motion. Section 6. Heuristics. Mental shortcuts and illusory mishaps. Our brains are constantly bombarded with sensory information. To cope with this overload, our brains have developed mental shortcuts called heuristics. Heuristics help us process information quickly and efficiently. However, these shortcuts can sometimes lead us astray, especially when faced with ambiguous or misleading information. The Ebbinghaus illusion is a classic example of how heuristics can create illusions. The two central circles are the same size, but the one surrounded by smaller circles appears larger. This illusion arises from our brain's tendency to judge size relative to its surroundings. Section 7. Depth and perspective. Playing tricks on our spatial awareness. Our brains use various cues to perceive depth and distance. These cues include linear perspective, relative size, and texture gradient. However, illusions can manipulate these cues, leading to distorted perceptions of space. The Ames room is a famous example. It is a distorted room that is designed to create the illusion of a dramatic difference in size between objects placed at different points within the room. This illusion works by manipulating perspective cues, making the room appear rectangular when viewed from a specific angle. Section 8. The magic of color and light. Illusions in a spectrum. Color and light play crucial roles in creating illusions. Our perception of color is not absolute, but is influenced by the surrounding colors and lighting conditions. Illusions can exploit these principles to create striking visual effects. The checker shadow. Illusion is a prime example. The squares labeled A and B are the same shade of gray, but they appear different due to the surrounding shadows and the brain's attempt to compensate for the perceived lighting conditions. Section 9. The enduring allure of illusions. Optical illusions are more than just amusing diversions. They captivate our minds and challenge our understanding of reality. They offer valuable insights into the workings of our brains and the complexities of visual perception, revealing how our minds interpret the world around us. These illusions remind us that our perception of reality is not always accurate, but is a construct of our brains, shaped by both sensory input and internal processing mechanisms. They highlight the fascinating ways our brains can be tricked. The study of illusions continues to fascinate scientists and artists alike, revealing the intricate interplay between perception, cognition, and the nature of reality itself. This ongoing exploration helps us understand the boundaries and capabilities of human perception. By understanding how illusions work, we gain a deeper appreciation for the remarkable capabilities and occasional quirks of our own minds. This knowledge not only enriches our understanding of human cognition, but also enhances our appreciation for the complexity of the human brain.